Hello everyone, my name is Luciano. Today I am going to share with you 5 teaching methods that we know the most common are very powerful tools for education. Method number 1. Community Project Based Learning, ABPC. Community Based Project Learning is an approach that integrates context, knowledge, and the skill development through the completion and real work. Projects that address a specific need interest in the local community. Key features. Learning originates for the real problems or situation of the surrounding community. Focuses on the practical, foundational use the knowledge and language. Promote the interaction with the individuals outside the school setting. How they work. Identify a community need, topic in their interest. Students plan what information is required, outline the steps to follow, and determine the language of thought. They work collaboratively, conduct research, communicate with others, and they apply new knowledge to develop the project. Advantages. Guides runs support the learning significantly, increasing motivation, develop communication and social competencies naturally, builds the meaningful connection between the school and the real life. Example. Intermediate English students decide to create an English language kit books about historical sites, their city, or for game visitors. First, they research the history of each location. They interview local residents or tour guides, practicing listening, comprehension, and speaking skills. Write the text and the correct grammar and vocabulary are needed. Finally, they design the kit and deliver in the local tourist office. They learn grammar, vocabulary, and writing skills while creating something of real value or not just by completing exercise. Method number 2. Context and Language Integrated Learning, CLCL. CLCL is a method where a subject of curriculum context, such in the geography, science, or art, and the foreign language are through simulations. Students learn in the language by using in the understand and the play interesting or use topics. Key features. Language is using a tool for communication and learning. Language complexity is adapting to the students. Level and the topic-based student. Focus equally on understanding content and the improving accuracy and the fluency in the language. How it works. The thing in the lesson to be thrown in the target language, explaining in the concept while introducing necessary vocabulary and structures. Conducts activity that requires processing information, summarizing, debating, explaining, or creating diagrams. Review for the students' understanding of the content and their correct use of the language. Advantages. Learning accurate language and the useful knowledge and the sound time. Learning is deeper or retaining longer. Prepares students for real academic or professional situation. Example. In a biology class taught in the English, the students study to write cycles. The teacher explains the process using specific terminology, evaporation, condensation, and precipitation. Without presenting a list word beforehand, the student read a short text observing a diagram and the most explained to process orally on the writing. In doing so, they learn synthetic concept of naturally learned to use verbs, connectors, and technical vocabulary in English because they need the language to understand the subject. Method number 3. Challenge-based learning. The method presents a student with a complex problem, a difficult goal, or a challenge that they must solve or achieve as a team. Key features focus on problem solving and creative thinking. Learning answers directly from the news to overcome difficulties. Encourages collaborative work and decision making. How it works. Student analyzing what they are really now identify gaps in the shared outlet and determining a valid recurse. They form groups, conduct research, learn new concepts, and detect different solutions. They use their language to plan, debate, search for information, and present progress of that. Advantages. Generates high motivation due to the challenging nature of the task. Develop autonomy, critical thinking, and the communication skills. Learning is highly meaningful and the applicable to real life. Example, the challenge he proposed convinced the school administration to create more grade space. Students must research the benefits of plans, calculate costs, write the formal proposal, and present their arguments in English to the school authorities. To do this, they read articles, they interview, focus, write formal text, and practice public speaking. They learn grammar, vocabulary, argumentation, and the oral expression because in the preface, not just to complete the school assignment. Method number 4. Situational acting approach. This is a placing method that adopts the best elements for different approaches and adapts them based on the student. Current interest, the topic being taught, and the state of learning. Key features. Adaptable to the profile of the student and the classroom context. Balances fluency and the accuracy, communication, and structural instruction. The teacher asks the mediator who decides which method to apply and each step. How this works. For a specific topic, use the most effective method. If introduce new vocabulary, use the game. If teaching complex grammar, combine expression with communicate practice. If practicing conversation, use the real life task. Advantages. Adapt perfectly to real learning needs. Avoid the experiment of overly reading, rigid, or completing in unstructured methods. Highly effective to diverse or mixed ability groups. Example. First, use the communicative the activity talking about this last weekend. So they use the event and they understand it proper. Then if they make many mistakes, provide a brief explanation in the grammatical route. Next, practice through a game or task using a short story. Finally, a return to the pre-communication methods are convenient based of exactly what the group needs, balancing structure and real-world use. Method number 5. Incurred behavior. A method where learning starts with question, problem, and situation that spark curiosity. Key features. To learn is a protagonist. They are responsible for finding answers. Focus on the process of learning on the investigate, not just on the finding on the final answer. Promotes logical thinking, autonomy, and the ability to learn how to work. Present an interesting question or problem by two singles about an answer. Students formulated their out sub-question and predictions. They decide what information is needed and where to find it. Text, internet, interview, experiments. Advantages. Develop curiosity and the lifelong love of learning. Language is mastered deeply because in the use for complex cognitive tasks. Equips learners with the ability to find and process information independently. Example, the given question is, how does climate change affect our regions? Students decided that to look for temperature change, rainfall pattern, agriculture, etc. They share two articles in English, interview for experts or residents, collect that, and they produce a report or presentation. By reading complex text and learn advanced grammatical structures. By writing in the report, they learn formal writing skills. By by reading the report, they practice public speaking, and the language is learning to answer a question that matters to them, not as an insulating topic. Thank you for your attention.